What is up, guys? Dzeeff here, and welcome to the first day that Dark Neostorm can be sold. There are tons of regionals this month. I mean, so many. This is the last month before the WCQ, so it's a pretty big deal for a lot of players. Well, I guess you have some of June to prepare for that, but overall, it's the last full month before the WCQ, so there's a lot of regionals going on every single weekend. In some situations, you even have a regional on Saturday and on Sunday, and this is the last core set that's being released before the WCQ season, so it's a pretty big deal. And also, I mean, surprisingly to some people, especially someone like myself, this set's pretty darn good. I don't know if it's ready enough to say like, oh, you'll make your money back every time you buy a box of Dark Neostorm. I think that it's almost impossible for a set to do that. In the past, we've had some of the Megatons have come pretty close to that, and I believe some of the Gold series, especially Premium Gold, came close to always making your money back. But here's the thing, if everyone is always making their money back, then the set itself will go up in price just on the secondary market. We've seen situations where structure decks have gone out of print really fast. Things like the Salamangreat structure deck and the Dinosaur structure deck ended up being, what, like $15–20 to compensate for how good the set was. Obviously, that's a little bit different because it's guaranteed cards, where this is not guaranteed, but it's pretty hard for a set to always give everyone their money back. That's not really how this type of stuff works, but I think this is actually a really good set just because there are a lot of good secret rares, a lot of good super rares, and a lot of good ultra rares, so it's pretty exciting. So we're going to open some Dark Neostorm. I have 3 boxes of this. We're only going to be opening 1 in today's video, and we'll kind of talk about stuff as we go along here. So I'm not going to waste any time before I open these packs, and these are pretty cool. And I will be going to a regional, I think, every single weekend this month, except for Mother's Day weekend. We have Pegasus Wing, Cloudy and Aerosol, nice. So this is a card I was talking about in just the last opening video a couple days ago. This is the new Cloudian card. Who would have guessed that in 2019 we get a new Cloudian card? So this says, discard one Cloudian monster and target one face monster on the field. Place fog counters on that target equal to its level. Not the greatest effect, but pretty cool. It sort of jump starts your things like Turbulence. I can actually put a whole bunch of counters on that. Pretty cool. And then more importantly, you can banish this card and one Cloudian monster from your graveyard. Special summon one Cloudian monster from your deck. So a pretty cool little emergency teleport effect there. We got a big incantation guy, the Incantation Originator. And we have, there's a secret rare, or one of the secret rares. Or wait, no, yeah, there's, I guess technically there can be 2 secret rares per box. It's what you're supposed to pull. But here's one of them. We have the Burning Abyss one, Cherubini, Abon Angel of the Burning Abyss. Oh, I should mention, this card is actually cool because it, I kind of, I don't want to say fully because a lot more hand traps these days, so the deck's probably not nearly as good. This card sort of revitalizes my Phantom of Chaos Burning Abyss Fluffle deck. This thing is insane. If you open any 2 level 3 monsters and a Phantom of Chaos, that's the full combo right there, because this can send Phoenix Round to the graveyard. So this card is actually really cool for that deck. I know I always mention I'm getting deck profiles and then I never do, but I think I actually will do a deck profile for this card just with the Phantom of Chaos, because I love that deck so much, and it's been a while since I've updated it. Obviously a lot less good these days because everyone's playing million hand traps. Back when that deck was being played, there weren't a lot of hand traps in the metagame that you had to worry about besides like Effect Filler. Pegasus Win again, Puzzmo, the drop into leader, Magical Musket, Crooked Crown, Altergeist. Oh, there we go. We got the Altergeist Tuner Monster. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a video talking about the 3 new Altergeist cards in this set. Spoiler alert, they're all terrible. I don't think that's super surprising to anyone, but it's, oh, nice. Okay, actually the card I want most from these boxes is Crackdown. I don't know how many you'll pull per box, maybe 1 or 2. Super rares can kind of be finicky like that, but hopefully out of 3 boxes I pull, place at a Crackdown, that'd be pretty sweet. Snowman effect, oh man, love Snowman Eater, always cool to see that card come up. Got some Dino Wrestlers. Crackdown is very good. I expect me to have some good things to say about it after this weekend's regional, even if Altergeist aren't that good, or even if the decks playing Crackdown aren't that good. I think the card itself is going to be insane. We have this card that looks like it has a German name for some reason, Firewall Guardian. Didn't guard Firewall good enough, huh? Saryuja's Shackles. This is actually a TCG exclusive. Kind of has like a mini Skulljet effect, obviously. Target 1 link monster your opponent controls or is in their graveyard. Draw cards equal to its link rating. Then, if you have 2 or more cards in your hand, place 2 cards from your hand on the bottom of your deck. So, basically, if you target a Skulljet with this effect, you're drawing 4 and then putting back 2, which might seem better than Skulljet, except that's obviously a trap card. But also, you're taking a -1 from activating the trap card itself. So, it's still just like you're trading 3 cards for 4 cards, but it's pretty good. I don't know if it'll see any play, but it's kind of neat, kind of interesting. We have Memories of Hope, some random card, Extra Hero Cross Crusader. Super Quanto card. Lots of old support. This card's insane. Like, you guys seen this artwork? I don't even know what this is. Loud Cloud of the Storm Serpent. I've seen this card a couple times. It's like a Chaos Monster, but for Fire and Winds, I believe. It's kind of strange, but the artwork is pretty cool. And that's what we care about on this channel. We care about artworks more than effects. Okay. Packet Swap, which looks like Creature Swap, actually. Obviously. Neo Flamevell Lady. So you just Shackles again. Salamangreat Fennec. And we have an ultra rare World Gears of the Thurological Demerg. What the? I don't know any of those words, I'll be honest, guys. My degree is not coming in super hot with these Yu-Gi-Oh names. Whitefish Salvage. Handy Gallop. Well, that's adorable. Super Quantal Union Mega Formation and World Legacy Collapse. Some of the stuff that's really good in here is not the World Legacy stuff, but I mean, I guess so, but the new Orcus cards are really, really cool. I guess they're part of the World Legacy lore in some way, but I guess I'm more focusing on like the Orcus Exceeds monster, which is an ultra rare. That card's really good. They have like a secret rare as well. Got some cards here. Also, guys saw another tuner. We got Dirge of the Lost Dragon. And the Weather Rainbow Camo. So Weather Painters get some support. All sorts of... This kind of reminds me of Primal Origin a little bit, if you guys are playing back then. Well, I mean, it seems forever ago now, but Primal Origin had a lot of old support, or support for older decks. Legacy support, as most people call it. This kind of seems like that. We got all sorts of stuff. There's the Altergeist Synchro Monster. Pretty crazy stuff there. Oh, if you really wanted to know just a quick summary of why these Altergeist cards aren't going to see play, all I really need to do to show you why they're not good is... you see the levels here. So the tuner is level 4 and the synchro is level 5. And for these cards to even be remotely worth discussing or playable at all, the tuner would have had to be level 3 or the synchro would have had to be level 5. And the reason is, wait, did I just say it's level 5? It's level 6. It's not level 5. But the reason that you need it that way is because at the moment, if you summon this off Multi-Faker, you can't go into the synchro immediately. You need to have a Marionetter as well. So that's why this like, it's not even worth discussing. I mean, it's kind of worth discussing, but it's not going to be very good just because you have a situation where like you can't do it off of one Multi-Faker, and even if you could, I don't know if it would be good enough, but it's especially not good enough if you can't do that. And then there's like the trap card, which we haven't pulled yet, but we can take a look at that as well. There's my quick summary of those Altergeist cards. Emperor Maju Garzette. What the heck? Cannot be normal summon a set. Must be special summon from your hand by attributing 3 monsters. Wow, you sphere mode yourself. What kind of benefit do you get? This card's attack becomes the combined original attack of the attributed monsters. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in the battle phase. That's actually kind of cool. I mean, terrible, but kind of cool. Altergeist Haunted Rock. There we go. It's another card. The main ability of this card is that when you set it off a Marionetter, you can activate it immediately. And what's funny about this card is that if it just had... I can't cover all of it up, but if it just had that first sentence, if this card was set by the effect of an Altergeist card, you can activate it at the turn it was set. If it just had that first sentence, it'd probably be playable, but when you activate it, you have to discard an Altergeist, so that like really sucks, but maybe someone will play. Oh, nice! Second copy of Crackdown. I don't know why I'm so excited. I'm sure I'll pull 3 copies in 3 boxes, but really cool to pull. It'd be cool to pull like a playset in just 1 box. That'd be neat. Crackdown is like the main thing I'm looking for in this set, besides just looking at stuff that we pull. But Crackdown is a card that I like actually need for this weekend. We have Deus Ex Crawler. Salamangreat Fennec again, some Dragon Guy, Dino Wrestler, Orcus Crescendo, the counter trap that you can set directly from your deck. Pretty crazy when you do that, and also it's sort of like Thunder Dragon Fusion, where like it also adds a guy during the next turn, which is pretty insane. Whoa, that card's funny looking. Tribute 1 monster and target 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard with the same original type and attribute special summon to your field. Huh, that's kind of interesting. Dino Wrestler, whatever, Super Quanto. There's a lot of Super Quanto guys. Too bad like half those cards are not the Super Quantos directly, but a lot of the support cards are currently on the Forbidden and Limited list. They're really good with like Brilliant Fusion, which is now limited, which you can't really use. They're really good with Emergency Teleport, which is now limited. lots of cards that used to be played in the deck that are very restricted now. We have Lodge's Flame. Oh, some trash Valkyrie card. Oh, we got the new Madolche Exceeds monster. Madolche, Teacher. I can't read that word. Glassiful. I guess it's like, I don't even know. She has a little cat, though. That's pretty cute. What does this card do? Quick effect, you can attach 1 material from this card, then target 1 Madolche monster in the field. This turn, face a monster unaffected by monster effects. Oh, it's kind of like a Lance type effect, but for monster effects and spells. If a Madolche card is sent from your graveyard while this card is on the field, you can shuffle up to 2 cards from the graves into the decks. Oh, it kind of neat. Triggers a ticket. Didn't actually know that was like a thing. Speed Lift, World Legacy Collapse, Dino Wrestler, Chimera, T-Rexel, There's so many Dino Wrestlers. Too bad that archetype is kind of overshadowed by just Prankatops. Although it's not Prankatops, is it? It's Pankratops, not Crank Kertops or whatever. Everyone pronounces it wrong, including myself. Another Goki Link monster, fun stuff. Card's adorable. And we have, wow, we have Firewall Exceed Dragon. See, they didn't even put XYZ, they put Exceed. They spelled it out with a big X. Looks kind of funny. Card that's not that, I don't know if it would have even been good before Firewall was banned, but it's especially not good. It technically doesn't have to work with Firewall Dragon. It just has to work with a Link 4 monster that's a Cybers. But I don't know if it's going to be played anymore. I don't think it would have been played, but especially now that there's no Firewall, probably not. Got some stuff going on here. We have Neo Super Quantal Mech King Blaster Magna. That is a lot of text for one card, or for one name, I should say. We have Danger Feats of Strength. Wow, look at all those exclamation points. Equip only to a Danger monster. It gains 800 attack and defense. Wow, it's like almost as good as Axe of Despair. It cannot be destroyed by card effects. It can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. Wow, what an amazing card. It's so funny watching them do like a about face with the danger cards and what they're supposed to do and what they actually end up doing these days. Like all these new pieces of support are like really rough. Another Cloudy and Aerosol, cool. Probably won't do a Cloudy deck. Oh, we got Super Quantal Mech Beast Luster Rex. Pretty crazy looking card. What the heck is this? World Legacy Guard Dragon Mardark. Crazy card. Stupid stuff. Yeah, there's so many Valkyrie cards in here. I know there's Valkyrie fans out there, and no offense meant to the fans of the Valkyrie cards, but as someone that just wants competitive cards out of the TCG exclusives, it's definitely doesn't feel good watching all of the TCG exclusive spots. Well, not all of them, but like half the TCG exclusive spots just go to the random Valkyrie cards. Our other secret rare is Mech Knight Crusadia Avra Max. This guy has some pretty crazy effects. I'm not sure if this card actually is played. I haven't looked into it that much, but this card does have a lot of effects. It's a pretty big Link 4 monster, kind of like a boss monster you can end on there, so that's pretty cool. We got Assault Reboot, some Assault mode stuff in here as well. Pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean, think about it. The Time Thief cards only got, what, 5 cards or 6 cards or something? I think it was only 5, though, and it's like they were only had that one chance, and while Time Thief Redoer did see play, I mean, obviously mostly just because of the Orcus deck and the combo and the ranking up in Azathoth, it still saw play, and there was promise. Like, they had a Rescue Cat that didn't negate the effects of cards, and I was like, well, that's kind of cool. I wonder what they'll do with this archetype. Joke's on me. They're not going to do anything. They're just going to never support it ever again. So it's kind of funny when you see Konami sort of make a whole new archetype as a TC exclusive and then only support it for one set. Like, what the heck? That's just like a waste of space. We have Danger Excitement Mystery. Discard level 5 or higher danger monster, add one level 4 or lower danger monster from your deck to your hand. Pretty cool effect, except then it says you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn after this card resolves, except danger monsters. Probably would have been too good. I mean, I guess the danger decks right now aren't really playing. I mean, they're playing Sekka's Light, so they probably wouldn't have played that. But in like the Orcus decks that are playing danger, this card would have been insane. Discarding a Nessie to add a Tsuchinoko is pretty ridiculous. But maybe someday that'll be good. Probably not. I mean, one of the cool things about one of the cool things about Danger FTK, but one of the things about Danger FTK back in the when that was legal is that when you went second, a lot of times you wouldn't even summon Link monsters. You just activate a million danger effects and then go off on your opponent because they just put out so much damage. Well, the Mystic Mine, which currently, I'll have to check when this video gets uploaded. I mean, not that I can retroactively fix this, but I know I looked today and this card was selling for like $7 on PC Player. It's a pretty controversial card. It'll be interesting to see the results from this weekend if that card actually is seen as much play as people are hyping it up to be. We have a For Hire monster. Wow. Broken. Probably get added to Duel Links someday. But yeah, I'm really curious. I mean, hopefully Mystic Mine is not nearly as prevalent as people think it'll be. I don't think it'll be that prevalent. I just think it's going to be annoying for the people that play against it. But it'll be interesting to see if that deck actually is successful. Because if it is successful, it's going to be hard to actually play that deck going forward. Because people are just going to slide a million counters to it. New TCG exclusive Muddy Mud Dragon, which is based off of Mud Dragon of the Swamp. If you guys remember that from the past Megatins that we had. Still looking for a third Crackdown. Would be kind of cool, but I don't think we're actually going to be that lucky. And we have Chain Hole, pretty crazy. When your opponent activates a monster effect in response to a card or effect activation, negate that opponent's effect, then your opponent can banish one card from your hand or deck with the same original name as the negated card. If they did not, you can banish one random card from their hand. Probably will never go off, but it's pretty good against extra deck monsters because they won't be able to banish. A lot of the times they'll just have one copy of each of their extra deck monsters. So if you your opponent tried to use like a Hot Red Dragon Archie and you did this, it would like negate the effect and take a card out of their hand. Probably a little bit too slow, kind of like Witch's Strike, except Witch's Strike. I mean, the good news is this card doesn't have to be used against stuff that negates things. It can just be used any time that your opponent uses an effect in response to something, and sometimes those won't be negation effects. We have that guy. We pulled a lot of him. Crazy stuff. Super Quantal Mech Beast Luster X again. Forgot to mention this is the sneak peek promo, but looks pretty weird as a rare when you compare it to the ultra rare. Down to the last couple sets here. Last couple packs. I mean, I don't think we have. Yeah, I think. Well, do we only pulled 3 ultras? So we might have 1 ultra left. I can't remember if there's 4 ultras per box. Hey, I shouldn't have said anything. Salamangreat Recurrence. Target 2 Salamangreat monsters in your graveyard with different names. Add them to your hand. If this set card is destroyed by card effect into the graveyard, you can add one Salamangreat Spell Trap card from deck to your hand, except this. Pretty cool effect. We'll have to see. Salamangreats are getting a lot of good cards going forward. This card seems pretty cool. I guess OCG doesn't play it, so maybe it's not that good, but they also have that new card that's like a double Monster Reborn, which is kind of neat. Obviously, whenever you evaluate a Salamangreat card, you have to keep in mind that you can just add it with the Sunlight Wolf, so you only have to play like 1 copy. So you don't have to play like a whole bunch. We have number 5, Doom Chimera Dragon. We're only missing like, what, 2 numbers out of all of them? Or maybe it's more than 2, maybe it's like 4 or something. We're really close to completing all of that. I'm not really a number collector, but it is kind of interesting to think about how long it's taken to get all of those number monsters. Then we have a Maikashi Winter. Only 2 copies of Crackdown, but still pretty good. We didn't pull 2 copies of all the super rares, so I guess it's lucky that we got Crackdown as the 2 of. So that was the first box, the secret rares that we pulled. We pulled the Mech Knight guy, and we pulled the Burning Abyss Link monster. Very cool. I will guarantee to have a deck profile of Burning Abyss eventually, just because that card is way too cool, and I've been waiting for it for a very, very long time. But anyway, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.